Hello dear Scorpios, today we're going to be reviewing your astrological forecast for the entire month of April. We're going to look at the events that will be most significant for you, what exactly will be happening. That will become clear in the first house. The second house that represents your finances and money, the third house that indicates journeys and travel, and the fourth house that signifies your home and family. Number 5 is love, and as we make our way to the 10th, don't forget to make a special wish, one that you would truly like to see fulfilled specifically in April. And we will then observe how this wish materializes for you, how it unfolds, and if it's truly what you need. So Scorpios, let's begin. What is going to be most important for you in April? And you? The most important thing will be the resolution of some kind of conflict. A contentious issue has been discussed for quite some time. This might be tied to your work activities, right? That there's a certain misunderstanding in the workplace. People might be quite a bit categorical to the point you're even thinking of changing jobs. But from what I can discern, even from the first 3 cards, you shouldn't do that. Your stance ought to remain unaltered for the time being. At least throughout the month of April, you must not make any abrupt changes. The individuals who are circulating some rather unpleasant discussions around you, yes, all of that, it will all subside. It's merely a transient occurrence. Alright then, let's take a look at what exactly is in store for Scorpios regarding their financial situation. How will my financial situation be developing in the future? I see you're standing at the crossroads. Yes, there's a certain moment when you want to make a decision or even accept someone's offer for a significant change. But I wouldn't advise doing that. The cards are practically screaming at you to stay exactly where you are, right? And only under this condition can you truly maintain your leadership position, because what you're doing is clearly shown to be yours, truly yours from beginning to end. But for those girls who might currently find themselves without work, expect some kind of offer, an opportunity that you'll be able to carefully consider, to truly think about, and then agree to. And this will be a very important moment for you, especially if you are precisely looking for something that is truly suitable for your professional activity. The third house. The third house represents your journeys and all your travels. Let's take a look and see if Scorpio will have any of those. But a journey awaits you, an unexpected journey, one you won't even really prepare for because you won't want to go, but you'll have to travel anyway. It's a short journey, probably just a day or 2, and you'll return. The meek thing that could be awaiting you on this journey, yes, it might well determine the future course of your life's events, because you are about to encounter a certain individual. This person is quite, perhaps even rather sharp-tongued, but at the very same time they are exceptionally fair. Wouldn't you agree? What I mean is, this is a man, a young man, quite dynamic and very active. And what's being portrayed here is not a romantic entanglement, but rather it specifically highlights certain aspects of official or administrative matters, which could potentially prove to be quite useful for you in the future. Well, this is a very appropriate and truly favorable moment for us. So what exactly will be unfolding for our dear Scorpios in their family life? Let's take a closer look and see what awaits Scorpios within their family sphere. But in a family, it can happen that relationships might start to crumble, yes, but they probably don't just fall apart easily. It's likely been a difficult process, possibly for a very long time. So you're currently in a relationship, but it's as if you're living on ruins, right? You're wondering whether you should continue this relationship further or finally bring it to an end. But the man isn't quite ready to let you go yet, is he? The man in this situation is a clear display of power. He wants everything to be exactly his way. However he determines it, that's precisely how it will unfold. Let's go ahead and draw a few more cards. What else is in store for Scorpios here? But for Scorpios, a way out of some truly difficult relationships as being determined, yes. No, it won't be now, not in April. At the very least, you could still spend another 6 months in such complicated relationships with a person who is revealing himself here as quite a challenging individual who can keep you tied down and snare you with his own affairs, his own conversations. There's an individual who is truly holding you captive and dragging you down, but the moment to finally part ways with them has not yet arrived. I foresee that in due course you will undoubtedly experience a new connection. A different person will enter your world, and you will indeed move beyond this current relationship, though it will be a little while longer. Nothing is ever straightforward. So, the 5th house is the house of love for those who haven't yet found their other half, who want to see a reliable person by their side. And suddenly a man will appear for you. A man will reveal himself. He's practically at your doorstep now, yes, meaning these are events that will happen in the next 2 weeks. This person will bring a sense of balance and harmony into your relationships, something you might not even anticipate, because this man could potentially be a very affluent individual, you know? This man could make you a very significant and important proposal. Subsequently, there could be an official marriage, yes, a journey that you and this person will experience together. This is definitely your man who specifically wants a family, right? We see him as a reliable partner, someone who is genuinely looking for a family. Yes, the man who will appear in April will determine your destiny, because through this connection, you will receive great joy. Through it, you will achieve the fulfillment of your deepest desires, and everything that you've been nurturing. Yes, you've been nurturing plans, some relationships that you've long waited for, but the man shows no initiative. These relationships will pass, you will remain in new ones, and the old ones will become a thing of the past. And by old, I don't mean what you've established, but what you wanted, and it just didn't materialize enough for you to truly say it's yours. You are definitely going to have a brand new person entering your life, and here he is, Scorpios. For you, he's just a perfect match, revealed right here by the very first card. Alright, the 6th house. The 6th house represents your physical body, your overall health. Let's take a look at what exactly awaits you here. What Scorpios here can expect some emotional ups and downs, right? But again, it's not a health problem, right? It's a concern about your financial situation. It's a feeling that you look at yourself and you feel like you're not good enough. You have fears. You need to reevaluate your self-perception. Yes, maybe somewhere you need to accept your body as it is. And then all your fears will simply disappear. And for you, the star chart will truly open up the world exactly as it is, you know? Meaning in all its magnificent splendor, you will finally achieve what you desire. You will get everything you've always wished for. But to make this happen, you absolutely must accept yourself and stop being so afraid. Yet it seems you're constantly afraid to truly live your life and afraid to move forward. Well, anything can happen. The 7th house represents contracts, papers, and agreements. Let's take a look. In the realm of agreements, the Lover's card and the 5 of Cups appear. Many of you might find yourselves proposed to and specifically officially asked to marry. Here we might see the signing of documents, resolving issues related to marriage, to relationships, everything that pertains to family, to forming a union. Yes, and those girls who have been dating for a long time and are ready to unite as a family might receive a proposal for an official marriage. Excellent. Well then, the 8th house. The 8th house is often referred to as the house of losses. What exactly might you lose here, or what will you need to part ways with? You might break free from a conflict or from a person you've been in a long-term stable relationship with. Many of you are experiencing some strange, unexplainable clashes. You might argue for no reason, and it feels like you could have a serious, long-lasting fight. But that's not how it is. I see a truce will happen here. You'll come to some common ground, specifically a shared topic and a joint plan in which shared funds will also be invested. And there will be a common plan specifically related to material matters. Your quarrels will end. Your arguments are entering the phase when they must finally depart. And that means your conflicts will soon disappear. The ninth house is all about your new ventures and future plans. So what exactly are Scorpios planning for themselves? Let's take a look, shall we? Scorpios are planning a significant long-distance journey. This could be a trip. It could be a plan to simply go somewhere and settle down, right? Because there's this whole period of waiting for some funds, for finances, for savings to accumulate, and you're specifically waiting for this particular start so you can finally get going and leave. I want to tell you that your wish will definitely come true, but you need to save money. The time for it has not yet arrived. This is a distant journey. It's a truly long journey, you see, because you will leave and you won't return right away. You'll be in another country or another place for quite some time, and this won't happen just yet. The 10th house signifies the fulfillment of desires. What is making its way to you? What wish are you going to make? How much of it can actually unfold for you this April? Let's see. The World card with the 6 of Swords and the 4 of Cups. Of course, your deepest wish will absolutely, definitely come true. But for this particular wish to be fully realized, you'll need to start moving forward just a little bit, right? So you have a certain kind of stagnation, specifically a stagnation in your mind, when you want to fulfill this desire but do nothing about it. You simply have a goal or a wish when you want it to just come true. The moment you start taking any action for this to unfold, it will reveal itself to you so incredibly fruitfully that you yourself will be astonished. Well then, the 11th house. The 11th house represents your closest friends, people who are able to offer you their help. Let's take a look. And right away, the Sun card is revealed to you, the Sun card, and the assistance of another individual. Perhaps you are currently facing a very difficult issue, something that is quite unclear to you, isn't it? So there's a certain kind of moment here, you know, a particular plan that you're currently sensing, but with your eyes still closed, right? You're not sure which path you should take or how to make the correct choice, are you? But the solution, it's already very much on its way to you, and you'll receive help from someone who is quite close to you, won't you? I would even say that this person could be younger than you in age. Yes, it could be a friend, male or female, anyone at all. But this person will be younger. And through their advice, you will shed some of your problems and finally resolve some long-standing issue of yours, one that you haven't been able to solve. The 12th house is the house of your enemies or ill wishers who could interfere or create obstacles here. So, Scorpios, what do you have here? Now, for Scorpios, there is a particular individual. This is a lady, a woman of middle age. Yes, she could be a manifestation of power. She might engage in conversation with you, but for some reason, this particular woman periodically places you in a difficult situation, and it creates a situation where you simply cannot refuse. You're being put into certain specific conditions where you simply cannot refuse a request. You cannot possibly give nothing at all. You are ready. You are obligated to provide support, aren't you? Once you get rid of her, pause. Yes, I see she brings nothing negative. Pause. It's just a form of energy vampirism. Yes, pause. As soon as you get rid of this person, your life will improve and everything will go smoothly because there are no more enemies or obstacles for you. Pause. Well, Scorpios, a wonderful forecast. I wish you peace, love, kindness, and the fulfillment of your true potential.